Hello and welcome. Tonight's show is sponsored and co-starring The Zippo by Sigmund Freud. Happy Thursday, everybody. It is still officially beer o'clock in Vienna, Austria. Perfection. Oh. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi, live from Vienna.
Sunlight goes down every day. That's when Lydia starts to play. She has a lot of ways to hide. Someone will help her to decide. Dances on, she's having this parade. Music's playing, drama starts to fade. Why can't you slide after them? Seems like she's really used to friend. This has been alright. This has been right. She will never back down. It's too late. This has been alright. This has been right. She will never back down. It's too late. Down, the road begins to swim. Looks like tonight she cannot win. Rolling eyes, she finds her own eyes. Realize that now begin to cry. This has just alright. This has tonight. She will never back down. It's too late. This has just alright. This has tonight. She will never back down. It's too late. It's too The taxi driver smiles and says, "Get there." He thinks her home is not the end. Sometimes we all gotta take it still. Like in the middle, we never see the clear. Maybe it's just it's alright. Maybe it's just tonight. She will never back down. It's too late. Maybe it's alright. Maybe it's just tonight. She will never back down. It's too late. It's too late. It's too
You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. Welcome to my Thursday night show. It is now 2:03 5-5 for anybody keeping track on time in Europe. This is a show. Look. This is a show about actually a lot of different things. Like 100 times 0. The Black Fish Show. Look, I'm the king of lo-fi and the king of acceptance. This is the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show on the Alec Whittier channel. This is my backup. Blackie Fitzpatrick will come back on his own channel in about 3 months. Please get your calendars. I will then be going back to Blackie Fitzpatrick. Once again, I'm not looking at a picture of the Doobie Brothers. I'm looking at something written in German, and I see an eighth note. Oh, I'm on the music player thing. Because, I was playing Mr. Ben Arson with a song called The Mosquito Bit Lydia. I'm only allowed to play music that I wrote or co-wrote, or produced, or played drums on, or whatever. I had to be part of a project, which is not owned by a publishing company, which is owned by myself. And I can do karaoke. I think that's kind of cool, though. They let me do karaoke. I'm like, oh, okay. So when it turns into wine o'clock, I get a special suite, Austrian stuff. If anybody wants to watch me finish this pint glass. Oh, how rude of me. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. The show is PG-13. My daughter might be watching. Hey, babes. My mother might be watching. Hey, babes. I call her mom. Here's the deal. The way that this is called my startup, right? I haven't done a show for days. This is called my startup. What did I do that's prominent in the last few days? The usual stuff. Anything exciting? My daughter won the Golden Brush Award. I don't know if it's for her school directly or the county. No, I think it was in the town. She won for being an artist. I don't know if it's for her class. I wasn't there. My mother was there, and the information is sketchy. But it is. I can now confirm that she did get a Golden Brush Award. That's pretty cool. My mother says, she said, I never got awards when I was 8. So yeah, that was a proud moment for me. I found that out yesterday. She had the ceremony on Tuesday night. Then I fell asleep, so I didn't get to the information. So for me, it was like breaking news yesterday. It's like, yeah, Golden Brush Award. I can brag to all my friends who were fathers. My daughter got the Golden Brush Award. I think it's really cool. She loves drawing. I asked her a pertinent question. I said, "Which drawing?" This is before she went to the award ceremony on Tuesday. On Monday, I says, "What painting is it that you won the award for?" She's like, "I don't know. I paint like crazy glue." I said, "Paint with crazy glue?" She says, No. I'm using a joke from the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. Okay, I wrote that joke. That's why it's not that funny. Please, I said, please press thumbs up before you leave. The Blackie Fitzpatrick Show is about acceptance. If you don't want to press it, that's fine too. Some people press thumbs down. Oh, no, their precious egos need extra help by saying they don't like me. That's okay. Actually, some of my best friends do it. Look, the Blackie Fitzpatrick, you can talk about anything, PG-13, right? You can talk about anything. I'm not religious, but you can talk about it. I'm a Christian. There's a difference. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. I think I'm going to drag this out until midnight. Oh, no, it's midnight. Okay, I'm going to see if anybody's here. No, hold on a second. I didn't finish my startup. You're doing some cleaning and stuff. Spring, right? Hey, spring has sprang and sprung. And so, yeah, it's like cleaning windows. That's always exciting. I love ladders. So far, I haven't fallen off of one, but for some reason, I love ladders. Same thing with horses. I never fell off of a horse. I love horses. Here's the deal. I have to think of other important things. I had a rehearsal with Vinehauer the other day. I think it was a rehearsal. What did we do? We did something. Oh, no, it's tomorrow. Oh, that's what it is. This is like a preview for tomorrow night's show. Isabella said she's going to be gone for the weekend again. Oh, no. But she's here right now. She's in a really good mood. She's been working like crazy glue as well all day today. And so I said, it's Thursday. I can do a show. And she was like, I could care less. She said, I'm so tired. Just do whatever you want to do. I'll probably find her in an hour or two with her head passed out on the keyboard. And we made deals out. Sometimes I fall asleep on the floor here, right? We made deals now, which I think is really constructive. Is that we don't wake each other up anymore when we fall asleep in silly positions. She's like, just let me be. And I said, okay, could you let me be? And so we have a handshake deal. I can sleep on the floor here while I'm doing a live stream, and she can pass out while she's playing video games. She can pass out on the keyboard. And we don't have to pretend like we're compassionate. Like, oh, babes, I was just trying to take care of your neck. You have neck pain from passing out on the keyboard. That didn't work. But she would tell me the same thing too. Hey, you're wearing a really nice suit jacket. You're making it wrinkle. I'm like, I don't care if I'm in the middle of a dream. Just let me sleep. I'm over 50. Clink. Cheers, Javier. I'm always going to make this joke. When I drink beer out of a pint glass, for some reason I drink faster. It goes down easy. When it's in a bottle, I get all the what do they call it? Carbonation stuff or fermentation process. Look. And look. And so I always drink like one mouthful at a time. But with this one, I can drink it like it's water. I'm going chug. That's okay. After this one, I'm going to wine o'clock. Look, this show is about sophistication. Okay, what else did I do that's newsworthy? I mean, for the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. Oh, I had a great conversation with Ben. This is an interesting story for anybody who's following Mr. Ben Arson. He has had a string of good luck this week, actually in the last 3 or 4 days. Kind of like Trump with the southern Mexican border. At least that's what he says. This is like a good week. Things are happening. Maybe I shouldn't say the first thing out loud, but it's a good thing. The second one, I will say that he plays music on the street, and I'm going to be showcasing a lot of his music here, which I write with him. And he ran into this young producer. And I heard some of his music actually, and I was there. It's pretty cool. And he wants to produce Ben, and I will be the co-producer and the co-writer. Ben and I are going to write a song. He's going to give us one song for free, and he knows a guy who can give us the free video, so we can take that stuff to the USA. He's like, why is all these good things happening? I said, dude, man, I said, God is building your confidence because you're going to the USA. It's a little bit different living in Vienna, as one could imagine. Or not, I don't know. Yes, Vienna is in Austria, not in Germany. And Hitler's from Austria, not Germany. Look, I know it's confusing. Mozart's from Austria, but he got famous in Czechoslovakia. Look. Okay, I think I should turn on the chat. Okay, what else? No, that's good news all about Ben. It's like, does it? Okay, he's still playing in the streets and stuff, but he's getting offered all this free stuff. And I think it's a sign of that Ben is getting stronger. Maybe he'll stay here in Austria. I don't know. All this good stuff is happening to him here, and he wants to go to America. I think God's giving him courage, and we can do all this stuff over the next month, and then he's planning on going next month. Be nice to get another song out. We're still waiting for another song also. So then Ben would have 5 songs that I worked with him on, and I'm proud to say that. No, Ben's one of the good guys. I think everybody who knows him from the chat, they go, "Hey, he seems kind of cool." So I'm going to play. What am I going to play here now? I think maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to play Ben Harrison. I've been talking about him forever. Okay, just turn the chat on. Hi, guys. Press thumbs up before you leave. I see Joan is here. I see Rage Occasion. I see FLS. If I missed your name, it doesn't really matter. You're watching the Black and Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi, but they're turning him into the king of talk. I'm going to talk forever, and I can't play requests unless it's music that I wrote with Ben Arson. No, Joan, it could be a sign. It's a sign of something. You should go, look, it's a two-way street. There's a lot of ways you could look at what's going on right now, but Ben is like, really, he has smiles on his face like crazy. He's just like, I'm so happy. And he was so frustrated with Vienna. He was like, I need to get out of Vienna. I'm going to go to the States. And now like all this good luck is happening just this week. It's amazing. Yeah, Falco at that Chromastar. I wish I could play it, but I got banned, so I can't. They made a new policy, so I can't play music unless I wrote it. But that Chromastar, that's the first time I was introduced to Falco. No, we're allowed to talk about music. That's fine. It'll turn into a talk show now. And now I get to pay more attention to you guys instead of thinking about songs. But yeah, chat, ask me questions, okay? Interview me. No, Dick Chromastar's a great song. Falco was a bass player, or was a bass player, and Falco was, after Mozart, Falco was the second most famous music to come out of Austria. I hope that Ben is the third. The most famous thing right now that came out of Austria that's current is Red Bull. I don't know if everybody knows that, but Red Bull is from Austria. They own it. They invented it, at least. Maybe they sold it to Coca-Cola. What do I know? So they make a lot of money, Red Bull. No, I can play. I'm going to play music. Look, I don't drink Red Bull. My girlfriend does. The Walrus likes it. No, I tried it when I was younger, and I was like, the first taste, I was like, this is terrible, disgusting. And then I was like, let me try it again. The same thing with cigarettes. No, I think I like my first puff. Hello to all my lurkers. You guys are great. I know, because half the time when I talk to my mother, she says, I was lurking last night. I'm like, yeah, I know. No, without lurkers, yeah, look, without lurkers, like, every time I like post-produce my show the next day, it shows like, I'm pretty good at math, okay, for a start. And it says like 1 million people watch it, or whatever, right? 59, or sometimes they break 100. But when I look at the numbers here, okay, I see them go up and down. People come in for like 2 or 3 minutes and they say, this show sucks. And they might be correct. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion. But I don't care. As long as somebody hears me for like 2 seconds, look, my net worth goes through the roof. Clink. Hey, Kim. Clink. You're watching the Black and Fitzpatrick Show. The taurine is like super, super strong. I don't drink that stuff. I drink beer, which mellows me out. I'm not going to have any. The only seizure I'm going to have is I fall asleep. See, I said the word lurkers and Kim came out of the closet. Look. I know a lot of people are multitasking, right? If you're doing the dishes, this is kind of like a radio show half the time now. And I'm going to try to talk about what you guys are writing, maybe a little bit more. I have to go to that. Or if I go into a rant or whatever. But I don't just want to play my music all the time. But sometimes I want to take a break from talking. Look, I talked to Vinny Boss. He says, he said, you're a DJ. You got to play music. And I'm like, yeah, but now I talked to him the other day, right? When I found out I got banned with Blackie Fitzpatrick. Boy, I pushed those guys. 6 weeks, I just broke all the rules. And then they took me out. I think it's a 90-month ban, but if I was in Chicago, they would let me out after 3 hours. Talking about bigger fish to fry. I hope anybody got that joke, because I've been watching the news today, and I know what happened in Chicago with the police. And I'm not JB, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but and I don't really want to talk about politics too much because I don't vote. But I saw what was happening. But I also like when I hear news. I like stories. I'll say it that way. So I heard the story today, and all the Chicago police went nuts so cuckoo against some lady called Kimberly Fox, and it's normal spring right now, Joan. Tomorrow's going to be light rain through the whole day. Temperatures will drop a little bit, but we have the winds from the east-southeast. So it's actually, when you walk outside, still dressed up like winter. Don't get me wrong, wearing my hat and stuff. When I dress up like winter and I go out now, it's warm. Feels like Florida. But I'm still wearing my, my sweatpants and then my jeans over it. But I'm not doing double socks anymore. That's good news. But we're in a pattern right now, so I don't think it's going to change. We're in normal spring. Hey, Kiwi girlfriend. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show on the Alec Whittier channel. Clink, cheers from Vienna, and hello to my other lurkers. I didn't advertise this show at all, so anybody shows up, they show up. If not, it doesn't really matter. You can see me, because I'm not playing music anymore unless I wrote it, so my shows don't get banned. Look, wake up the kids. Tell everybody, right? I don't care if they're having a nap. No. There's a Valentine's rule. We don't wake each other up. Okay, don't wake up a kid who's sleeping. Sorry, that was role reverse. That's PC version of David Letterman joke. So that means I wrote it. I didn't plagiarize, but it was inspired by a true story of David Letterman joke. But you now can watch. They have to keep it forever now. Because all I'm doing is playing my music. I can't get banned unless they want to ban me for saying something or ban me for what you guys are writing. Look, this show is all about relaxing, okay? This show is OCB. This show is chill pill. As long as it's organic. Clink. This is a chill pill in a pint glass. Cheers from Vienna. Now, 44 as a high, that's pretty cold. Now, today we got, well, not too far away. We got into the lower 50s. But a strong wind from the south, so the wind was not freezing, which is nice. Tonight, good question, FOS. Tonight, I'm drinking my regular beer. This is Gusser. I like the O with 2 dots. This is a great beer from Austria. It's been around for whatever, over 100 years and stuff. It's 5.2%. And they use their own, they have their own. Look, the water is from the Alps. Okay? It's iceberg water, right? Or whatever, glacier. Look, I'm not an expert at this stuff. No, but the water quality. I think this is half the reason why the pizza is so good in Italy. When I went to Rome, they had the water was so when you get water from the Alps, as everyone knows, Italy has the Alps as well, and they send it down to the cities, and so you're drinking like this. This water is like it's better than the stuff you get from a plastic thing or whatever, even a glass one. Clink, it's almost 1 o'clock. Clink, cheers from Vienna. Wow, that went down in 24 minutes. That's a record. Okay, maybe I'll hold off on wine o'clock for a little bit. Hey, Karen. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show on the Alec Whittier channel. I'm so glad that people find me. Oh, hold on a second. I did post-produce my show the other day, which was rather interesting. And but I did not delete it because I thought it was rather interesting. And full of honesty. I love honesty. And I got sleepy at the end. That was good. I like that part. And I gave my daughter the show. I was like, you can have it. And I was listening to her play keyboards. My mother said she was watching and lurking, and she said that was great when you just gave her the show. And this is how cool my mom is. She was like, that was great. You gave her the show and let her play keyboards. And she's like, I have my daddy's show and all this stuff. And I was like, and some people were skeptical about what was my whole show, but that's fine. But I watched the whole thing back and I thought to myself, that was real. And my daughter, I talked to her the day after, and she was like, she said, I love being on your show. It was so great. We didn't talk about the sad moments of her crying, but she's young and she's going to figure that stuff out. Usually, in my experience, the crying thing will stop, I don't know, just before puberty. And then the crying thing kind of goes away and turns into a whimper. I'm trying to remember when I was a kid, but I did bring up a stepdaughter and, until she was 16. And I saw the phase, and it was like, and after like a couple of months, I was like, the crying stopped. But she was a great stepdaughter and very, very smart as well. So that was my get ready to have my own real daughter. So I kind of know how to handle young, smart girls. All I have to do is really one simple rule: just be myself. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, my mom said it was magic. She was like, that was internet live stream gold. Even if it was just look, even if I can just look. When I was a professional amateur photographer, I studied it for a little bit, right? My dad is a professional photographer, and my mom's really good at it. So it kind of is in the family, right? So when I started doing this stuff, if you buy a roll of Kodak, you know what I mean, right? The good stuff. And it's like 24 or 36 in a roll. And I always thought to myself, if I can get one picture out of a roll, on a 13 millimeter, and that's enough for me. And usually sometimes I got two. Most of them suck. But nowadays everything is digital. You just click it like crazy glue, and it doesn't really matter. But but when I was younger, in the old school analog, in tape, film, and I was like, it was like always a challenge, and I was like, but it took the pressure off. I realized that, you know what? I don't have to take every picture great, but if I can get one out of 36, it's pretty good. So I got one moment with my daughter playing music and stuff and talking about stuff. I taught her how to do this thing, and not always on the show. I did this before. Look, I talk to my daughter a lot. I'm not on the show, but now she's getting older, and she's like, I want to be part of your show more, Daddy. And I'm like, okay. It makes her more talkative. I get to ask her hard questions, whatever she wants me to ask her. And so it's part of me, part of it, this is like my real world. And when I put it on the show, I don't show her face, but you get to hear her cute voice, and she's rather articulate. I will say that. I hope it sounds good in your end. Okay, we're getting ready for wine o'clock. I'm going to do the change up here. That's me thinking. I've been playing this one recently. Let's see if I can find it easily today. But I don't want to play Van Arslan all the time, but I have a lot of music that I've written or co-written appropriately in this case for this song. I have to write it this way. Okay. Yeah, the days are over with me playing for now, at least, until I get a sponsor or something. Somebody has to say your show would be much cooler if you could pay YouTube money. Rush Limbaugh has to pay the Pretenders every time he plays his bumper music, and then he talks like crazy. So, but Rush Limbaugh doesn't write music, so I write music, so I have to make my bumper music into songs that I wrote. But I'm going to do a change up here. This is from a lovely lady from Ireland who I met in London. This was during the 90s. No, excuse me, 2000s. I met her actually right after 9/11. I met her. That's when I was living in London for my second time. And it's a lovely piece of music. I hope it sounds good on your end. Her name is Lucinda Seeger. And I wrote the drums and the bass, and I did the pre-production for this. So I have to say this as a disclaimer, right? My mom says I should brag about everything. But look, I'd rather play like the Bee Gees and the Beatles because they're great songs and stuff. And because I'm the king of lo-fi, right? Now I have to go back to OBS and play my music. Oh, no, that's giving me a headache just thinking about it. But you know what? I love lube. I said lube. I love YouTube as a platform. And I'll use it right now as long as I can, as long as they don't make me pay money. But you know what? The first thing after JB turned me on to this stuff, he was the first guy that I saw that did a live show, like every night. I saw my brother go on Facebook one time, and I tried it, and I was like, nobody wanted to see it. So then I saw JB, and I was like, that's funny. He's a really funny guy from Boston. And that's when I really fell in love with the idea of setting up my own show called Blackie Fitzpatrick, which you're watching live from Vienna. This song is called Falling in Love, once again from Lucinda Seeger. I hope it sounds good. This is a song written in 2000, let's say 2000, I don't know, does it say it? There's a video. The video got published in 2009. Lucinda Seeger, Falling in Love.
Making love on a winter's day, holding you in a quiet way, pictures of love inside my eyes, sketches of love in the dark, the power of love all the time. Inside so I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's a funny way. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's a funny way. Can I laugh inside hearing words you never say, the message I hold to inside my soul is I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's
Oh, Falling in Love. What a beautiful song. Lucinda. That's Lucinda Seeger. I had the pleasure of working with her over a long period of time, actually, about 5 years. And I played a lot of concerts with her and get to write music with her, which was fun. I wrote the drums and the bass and did the pre-production, the engineering job and all that stuff. And it was at my studio, actually. And we finalized that song. I tell you, when she started to sing, my second wife was falling in love with me again. She was like, "Why? How? What? You brought an angel into the house?" No, that's a great song. And thanks, King, for the compliment. It is really nice music. Hope it sounded good at your end. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi, Blackie Fitzpatrick show. Look, Kim, I was going to talk about your subject next. Oh no! Look, there's a lot of stuff going on right here. Every time I hear a story, it's causing paranoia. At least with intelligent people, I think. Okay, maybe I'm not intelligent, but when I hear stories like that missing boy and all that story today, look, I watch what was going on today in different propagandas, and I'm like, huh? Give me a break. I'm like, I can't trust any story anymore. I saw the Chicago police thing today. So all this stuff, I'm like going, I don't know. You hope that it's true, but the story is so appalling. The mother commits suicide. I got this funny hair thing going. I'm as bad as Trump. I think I got it. No. Kim says he's going to hike it. But that was me commenting about what you wrote in the chat. I'm trying my best to read the chat. Okay, FLS is saying something about, look, weird stuff happens on Facebook all the time. I have no idea what's going on. If you have a problem getting onto I told this to everybody. If anybody has a problem getting onto any of my shows, all you need to do is change your name. I'm not doing it. JB said something on my other show the other night, and something about YouTube. Every time I get banned and stuff, there's a reset and everything goes back to normal. And then, it could be a mod thing. I have no idea. I'm the king of the show. There's certain things I can do. There's certain things that you can do. But if you can't get back onto my show, and we know who you are, and you're cool, and PG-13, everything is fine. All you got to do is change your name to whatever. A lot of people told me they said, actually not a lot, 3 people said, go back to Blackie Fitzpatrick. They call it Blackie Fitzpatrick 1. No, I'm going to stay banned, and because certain people know me as Alex, certain people know me as Blackie. So when my Blackie, look, here's what I'm going to do. I already thought about this today. When my Blackie, press thumbs up before you leave. I'll show some common decency. When my Blackie Fitzpatrick show gets turned back on again, which is not, so I can't do anything on Blackie's show. I can't do anything. It's off. They killed it. If anybody's been banned, they know what I'm talking about. So I can change my name and stuff to Blackie Fitzpatrick 1 or whatever. But I'm not going to do that. But when it turns back on, then I'm going to keep my Alec Whittier on, and I'm going to play music in lo-fi, and I'm going to play requests, and I'm doing it. Look, Kiwi, keep up. I'm going to play music again. Whatever you guys want. Bee Gees, look, Cher, Sting, Prince, Madonna. I don't care. Anybody with one name, I'll play it. And let's see how long it takes. Look, I'm pushing the envelope here. And then when Alec Whittier gets banned, which last time it was 6 weeks, but I'm not going to remember this brilliant idea that I had. I don't have a secretary, okay, or PA. You guys are my PAs, my personal assistants, okay? Remind me that I got banned. After 6 weeks, they gave me a warning. After 6 weeks, they actually killed Blackie Fitzpatrick. I don't know if it's going to last 3 months. We'll find out. But if it does, then I'm going to do the same thing on Alec Whittier and stay on and see if it's 6 weeks or they reduce it down to 5 weeks. Or what they initially promised, which is 3 strikes, you're out. I got like hundreds of strikes in a 6-week period. So I'm just messing with YouTube right now. And I hope it's fun for you guys. Hope it's fun for you guys to follow what it's like to do a live stream. Oh, no. I think Kiwi just dropped a tater tot. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Look. Yeah, no, Katie was trying to come on. I heard everybody was talking about Katie. I couldn't see her, so I have no idea what's going on. So, Katie, if you can hear me, you got to come up with a new name to get back on my show. That was from my show the other night, and I was watching it. And I'm like, I know Katie. She's one of the good ones. And I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. And as far as I know with JB, because we talk a lot about this stuff, and it's like, he's like, weird stuff happens. And JB's actually, look, he's younger than me, which means he's smarter than in computers. He started the show up before me. He has more experience than I do. So I listen to what JB tells me. And he's from Boston. So I have mutual respect for him. And no, he's not dumb. That's one thing he's not. Look. Okay. I'm glad you like the Lucinda song. There's now 0033. Now I need to finish this, at least my first fourth of a liter, my first large glass of red wine. Oh, I'm sorry, how rude of me. I'm drinking the regular stuff. $2.99, not bad. No headache stuff from France. Cabernet Sauvignon, not bad. Has something to do with tariffs. Austria and France have a good deal. Now, there's got to be something else on my mind. No, I like cheap table. I mean, in France they would call it table wine, right? I like table wine if it's clean. My dad used to drink. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know, but he bought in the big jugs, you know. And I was like, oh, that's the cheap stuff. And I drank it, and I was like, this stuff is good. It's from California, but it was good. I was like, okay, no headache. I've had really bad wines before, though. Sometimes I've had red wines. Usually, the ones that have the bottles that look really, really pretty with tons of different colors, headache. Look at how boring this label is. No headache. Okay? How fancy is this? No. The 2 colors, green and white. That's it. That one had red and white. If you got a bottle of wine that has like 5 different colors or more, looks like the rainbow or a unicorn, it means headache. They're probably charging more for it. I like Chardonnay as well. Chardonnay is a good wine. Look, I like almost everything except for Jägermeister and Guinness beer. My stomach doesn't like that. It's too much spices. It's too healthy. Jägermeister can't do. Guinness, stout. No, I don't like it. It's got what is it? There's stuff that's in there. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Whatever is it that's in there messes up with my stomach. Well, my stomach likes red wine and good beer. Yeah, Jägermeister. If you have a cough, it's like medicine. Muscadine wine. Okay. I've heard about that stuff. Actually, the walrus likes to drink that stuff. I'll drink it. It's okay. It's a little bit strong, but I'll drink it. I'd rather just have the clean, normal stuff. I like to stick with one thing and all that stuff. But the first time I had Jägermeister, I was in Austria. Jägermeister is from Austria. Actually, that's probably the second biggest company. Red Bull is number one, and Jägermeister is number two. All this stuff is from the Alps. They know how to give you energy and stuff. It's Vicks cough medicine. Hey, JB, what's up, brother? Your ears were bleeding. I was just talking about you. Oh, now I read what FLS wrote. No, my channel's still there. They didn't. What they did was they killed my option to go live. That's what they do. They take that away. Cod is good stuff. But you're supposed to have fish on Fridays. No, JB, we got a small handful of people. There's actually more. Hi, lurkers. I'm watching my numbers go up and down like crazy. Dude. Press thumbs up before you leave. Okay. Here's how this show rolls. I'm going to finish this glass. I've got two more left. And at a certain point, your highlight is going to be me singing Sinatra, or you give me a crazy request for doing karaoke. I can't play music anymore unless I wrote it. And Kiva says, I'll stick with chicken strips. Yeah. No, I love, look. I love chicken strips. Really great stuff. I like making it from scratch. I also, look, I buy it sometimes at Burger King. Ooh, it's a bouquet. Oh, I forgot to smell it. Yeah, it's wine. Look. The Blackie Fitzpatrick Show is, look. Three smile rule, okay? This is my policy. Otherwise, you get no refund. Three smile rule. Or LOL, right? Look, I'm not just talking about me, huh? Mr. International, right? Oh, yeah, I just work in Vienna. I'm from Boston, right? And I got a funny earring. That makes me special, exotic. A clown. JB comes in with my request would kill your voice and your stream. No, I can't. No. No. I gotta wait for my Blackie to come back up, and then I'm gonna kill it again. JB just came in, so I've been talking about this for a while. After my 3-month ban is done, then I'm gonna play music on the Alec Whittier and see how long it takes. Last time it took him 6 weeks to ban me. I can't go live anymore on that one. The channel's still live. But they took away my function. It's really funny they can do that. They can do anything they want, can't they? They took away my function. Hey, press thumbs up before you leave. The screw tube. Correct. Once again, the show is PG-13, but you're allowed to talk about adult subject matter. Blackie walking that tightrope. Yeah, but I'm a pro. If I fall back into another show. So that's why I'm not going to play requests unless it's for music that I wrote. You guys have to get educated to songs that I actually or was partially wrote, right? I have to be either, look, it has to have my name on it. And it can't be something that's famous. I actually have stuff that I did that's famous. I can't even play that. That sucks. Yeah, YouTube prison is right. Look. Don't they have bigger fish to fry? JB, you didn't say how your cod was cooked. Was it baked? Was it deep fried? Was it grilled? Look. Was it sauteed? Look. People need answers. Stop messing around, JB. Don't throw the word cod out without telling us how it was made. Was it frozen? Was it fresh? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so you got it schnitzeled up. And you baked it in the oven, etc. No, I like the etc. joke at the end. No, I had some schnitzeled up stuff out of the freezer the other day. I put it in the frying pan with some really good corn oil from, sunflower oil from Austria. It's high quality, actually. It doesn't stink the day after. Clink! Hey, stink and clink rhyme. Okay, now might be a time. I mentioned earlier in the show, I have a new suite to display for friends of mine who have never been to Austria. This is a company that is very, very popular. It's from Vienna, and this is like plastic bag, right? And it's a strawberry yogurt waffle squares. You never said that before. The Vienna schnitzel is great. So I give it a close-up shot. It's a strawberry yogurt filling waffle square. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm sure it goes good with red wine. Yep. Strawberry yogurt and waffle. The funny thing about stuff like this is actually expensive, number one, is that there's nothing artificial in this. This is actually, what do they call it, organic? Well, I know it's going to be, it's a wafer. Clink, cheers, FLS. I think I'm going to have, no, Isabella, she opened up the packaging and she said, please take away the rest. They're too good. Clink, cheers from Vienna. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. I'm broadcasting here in Vienna, Austria, in the 10th district from the Blackie Fitzpatrick Library Studios. No, Joan, here's a fun fact. The German word for organic. I wish Mike was here. He might know. The German word, and I'll pronounce it in German. Okay? Watch this one. This is a good joke. I never said this joke before. The name for organic in German, spoken in German, is bio. Spelt B-I-O, and it's pronounced bio. Please, someone take the joke and run with it. The first time I heard the word bio, I was like, bio? You want to buy stuff that's bio? I'm like, I know what B. I learned the word bio. I know body odor. I was like, bio. Yeah. The best products from Austria are bio, and I was like, body odor. Kiwi got it first. It's for real. BIO, which means biological, right? It's short for. It's shortened it. Biological is a Latin word, so it's the same word in German, but they call it bio. And I'm like, bio? Stinks. Clinks. Cheers from Vienna. Oh no, looks like my Sinatra. It's now 0045. Here's the deal. There is no deal. Okay, you guys look. You guys get that. Look. I've been talking a lot recently about gravity, and I decided that I was wrong when I did that. Gravity is something that we have to fight against. Otherwise, we fall down. I have now decided to talk to everybody who I know and tell them gravity is evil. It makes people fall down. We are starting up new visions and new ideas to take away gravity, to eliminate the problem of people falling down. I have talked to a lot of people on the dark web about this, and they say that gravity should be impeached, banned, thrown in jail. The concept of gravity should be taken down from the history books of this whole planet. Gravity does not exist. And if it did, it is negative. If the Earth spins around like 1,000,000 miles per hour or whatever, that doesn't prove gravity. Look, I know a lot of people in the dark web. We're looking into gravity right now. Okay? Suspect number 1, gravity. What a foolish idea. Press thumbs up before you leave. I'm telling a funny joke about gravity. Well, JB, you're just going into the same subject. Anti-gravity, gravity. The word gravity should be taken away. If there's any document that uses the word gravity, what my people from the dark web are pushing for is to take the word gravity out of the dictionary. So the word anti-gravity, because you can't say anti-blank, and people can't guess that, oh, the word is gravity, because gravity will not exist anymore. And yes, I like Incubus. But I can't play it on my show. I'm not drunk enough. JB wants me to get banned tonight. And I can't blame you, to be honest with you. Probably wants you too. Then I have to come up with the third channel. I can't remember how I started the first 2 ones up. I was copying you. I know you don't. I'm making a joke, buddy. Look. This is the fun part, is that now I don't have to do anything. Look, nobody's forcing me. I get to watch the chat. Sometimes the chat goes too fast for me. I go into, like, telling stories, or I play music and go into the other room and talk to the walrus and blah, 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 Nyborg. There's a lot of things that I get to do. Sometimes I get distracted with people talking to me on Facebook. Right now, nobody wants to talk to me, which is good because I'm doing a show. I hope they're all watching. Hello, lurkers. Press thumbs up before you leave. Thank you. When I get to 10, I sing Sinatra. There's your prize. I'd rather do it before it gets too late. It's now 0050 here in Vienna, Austria. But I like reading the chat more. It's funny. I think I started this way, and then I was like, I'm tired of talking. I just want to play music. And then I realized, oh, I get banned for playing music. Oh, okay. Or I get banned because I say something. Then I turned my show into PG-13. I'm wearing a nice suit, right? Okay. Still got the funny earring. I'm drinking out of an empty, fancy wine glass. Look, the Bitcoins will come in. Look, I'm talking with my lawyer about all this stuff. Vinny Bombas. No, his cousin. Look, the Bitcoins, there's a little bit of difficulty with refunds. I know I gave a lot of Bitcoins to people. And I'm sorry, I'm not redacting it. You will still get your, whoever I can't even remember because I'm doing a show. So, and I don't have a producer. It's just my noodle. So for anybody that I promised a Bitcoin, you'll get it. Okay, just check your mailbox every day. Okay, it could be lost in the mail. I sent it. Bitcoin's in the mail. It's a new expression, right? Checks in the mail. Bitcoin's in the mail. Hey, Siggy. Press thumbs up before you leave. When I hit 10, Joan, what am I at? Am I at 10? Mine says 9. I'm going to sing Sinatra when I hit 10. You're watching The King of Lo-Fi, co-starring a Zippo, sponsored by Sigmund Floyd, who has just joined. Look. I know I'm on the Alec Whittier channel. I'm still Blackie Fitzpatrick. Okay, I'm Alec. No, look. That's me pretending to have Tourette's. That means I don't have it. But that was the other thing I was talking about. I was talking with Isabella, or the walrus. I was talking to her earlier. Okay, so my thing says 10. I'm not going to sing. This is not a tease. This is me buying time. For another lovely. I get 3 large glasses and 1 lovely bottle. That's the type of thing we like in the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. Hello to my lurkers. You guys are the best. I'm the king of lo-fi. But, okay, maybe you know what? Maybe I will play some music before I do. Oh man, how do I come up with stuff? Okay, I'll play this one. This is a song that I wrote a long time ago. Yeah, I'm going back between stuff I co-wrote to stuff that I really wrote. This one I really wrote. See if YouTube can remember it. Otherwise, I have to type out everything. Oh, they remember it. Good. I had to put in 5 letters. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, but that's not the one I want. Oh, no. Hold on a second. No, that's not the one I want. I have to do it backwards, I think. Look. That didn't work either. Okay, take two. I actually like watching Raw live streams and stuff. They inspire me to remind myself that no, exactly that. Okay, it looks like I have to, because I need a chicken egg. How come I can't get this one? It's hiding. Sometimes it shows up, and sometimes it doesn't show up. Look, I wrote the song. Give it to me. Okay, it's not going to work that easy. Okay, you get to hear me playing guitar. This is a song that I wrote. John Moss is on drums. That's really, really cool, actually. And this song is not, it didn't go viral, but it's been viewed a couple of times. I'll put the link in, because if anybody really wants to hear the song in hi-fi, then all you got to do is click on this link. Stay in the chat, because you can multitask and all that stuff. You get to watch me doing it. It's a low budget video, but it's kind of cool. And you're watching the King of Lo-Fi. This is from tHURS, The Light Inside. Live from London. Many years ago. That was tHURS. The early days of tHURS. Thanks, Joe. No, that was the early days of tHURS. And I'll tell you, that was that was when I was still trying to find out where my main venue was, and I found where it was. It was the Bowling Gate, and I got my following. But in the early days, John Moss from Culture Club, he didn't do any promotion. He was like, he said, Blakey, you're on your own. He said, you can tell everybody that you know that I'm working with you, obviously, for obvious reasons. Not just because he played with Adam and the Ants and because he played with the Clash, but he actually got really famous with Culture Club. Had nothing to do with that. But he played with also an underground group. If anybody's a real pro, he played with London for a while in the earlier when he was a teenager. So he's been a pro drummer like me. So I had a lot in common with John. And John likes to tell jokes, and I like to tell jokes. The drummers like to tell jokes. And I think I've said this already before. Press thumbs up before you leave. But I think I've said this story already before. And but one of my favorite jokes that I did with John, because I'll be honest with you, I played with him for 4 years, and I'll be honest, he was my best guy friend in London. He was my best guy friend, and we did 3 rehearsals a week, 1 concert a month. And so, we were together a lot. And after rehearsals, we always went to the pub. Most of the time he paid. Sometimes I did, just to make him feel good. I didn't have money problems when I was in London. Look, if you don't have money, you can't even live in London. London is more expensive than New York City. Okay? Cheaper than Tokyo. Yeah, no, John was he was the farting king. But my favorite story about John, it was with a beer bottle, but I'll do it with my wine glass. It was the first time that we went into the recording studio together. So I'd only been working with him for like, I don't know, 6 or 9 months. He was like, "We got to record some stuff," and I said, "I'm broke." No, he didn't. He didn't ask for money. He says, "I'm going to invest £5,000 into making a really cool demo." Okay, for £5,000, it's not a lot of money. So he found some guy that he knew from a friend from a friend. And maybe I never told this story in such detail, but I'm in a good mood tonight. So if anybody wants to hear Culture Club and Blackie Fitzpatrick stories, which are real, then please stay tuned. So he books his studio for the weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of these deals, 3 songs. JB's been through this stuff. He knows what I'm talking about. So we did. It was like making a demo, right? It wasn't a record. What I did with Ben Arson is records, but what I did with the early days with Dirt, John was like, "You know what?" He says, "Let's make a demo and see what it sounds like." And I said, "Okay." So he pretend this is a beer bottle, right? Pretend it's what was it? It was like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And John picked me up. Remember, it was spring. I'm going to guess the year. I want to say 2005. Yeah, it was spring 2005. It's a long time ago. This is a vintage story. And John always drove in a black Mercedes Benz. Not that he's showing off that he's the drummer from Culture Club. He drove the Mini. It was the minivan for the Mercedes. And I saw and I was sitting outside waiting. I always come early because I smoke a cigarette and stuff. So I was waiting outside at steps on the stoop, as we say in Boston. And I was on the steps outside of my place in Notting Hill, and he pulls up, and I see his car coming, and I walked into the middle of the road, and I start to stumble, and I'm holding up my beer bottle. He rolls down the window. He says, "What's wrong with you?" And I says, "John, I'm so excited to work with you. I couldn't sleep last night, and I'm super intoxicated. That's my PG-13 word. I'm super intoxicated. I don't think I can actually do anything today, but today's drum dip day because it's the first day, right? He's like, yeah, but I need you to play guitar as well. He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. It was hilarious. And I can't remember how long I played the joke for. Press thumbs up before you leave. I want to sing Sinatra. I don't know how long I took the joke for. I think I took it for maybe for like 1 or 2 minutes. David Blaine now is being accused of sexual assault for being funny. I fooled John Moss, and now people are getting fooled. I'm not sure how far I want to take that joke, but anybody who knows about what's going on recently, then I'm going to always put in a little tiny thing of it. Look, the show is not a political show. The show is about acceptance. The show is about laughing about propaganda. I'll say this again. My show is about laughing about propaganda. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. No, when I told John I was pulling a prank on him, he got punked big time. I wish I had it filmed. He said, Alec. No, he called me Blackie. No, he called me Alec. He said, Alec, I'm not spending $5,000 for you to screw up my day, my whole weekend, mess everything up. And I said, but when he went to that level, I said, John, I'm just joking. I said, let's go. I was actually drinking Red Bull at the time. That's a joke for FLS if you're still watching. And I had a good night's sleep before it, so I went to bed early. I was trying to relax. Look, I'm as worse as Joe Biden. I was trying to relax John because John was a little bit stressed out. A couple of nights before, he was all worried about the studio thing, and I was just like, look, man, everything's gonna be fine. And I thought to myself, I thought I was doing a good thing. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. You're not allowed to punk anybody anymore. You can't touch anybody anymore. You can't whisper in anybody's ear. If somebody is feeling all stressed. I told this story to Philip and to Anna and to my Austrian, Isabella, and all my Austrian people. And they were like, because in Austria, they kiss, everybody kisses everybody on the cheek. Like in Saudi Arabia, like in Israel. In Switzerland, they do it 3 times. Guys and girls. In Austria, we don't do it to guys. Unless somebody is getting emotional. And then you give them a hug, and you go, it means God is with you. And now they're going against Biden. And this is going to be a great punch out. Joe Biden has been accused of being too nice. He never sexually harassed anybody, but he's too nice. He's too loving. We don't need teddy bears. All we want is snowflakes. No, it's hilarious, man. I tell you, it's hilarious. And Trump's response was great. He was like, Joe Biden knows how to take care of himself. So, and he's doing the hustle. And I saw the crappy video he put on, and he did that on purpose. Does anybody smell flags going on everywhere? There's some funny stuff going on here. So it's like, okay. No, I know, but Joan, I agree with you. But look, if I'm drunk, I get a little bit touchy-feely, but I always ask for permission. And what we're hearing right now is that 7 ladies said he never asked for permission. Hey, babes, can I give you a hug? Because it looks like you're in a bad mood or whatever, right? Look, I do this stuff with Anna, but I always ask for permission. I saw the movie The Fifth Element. You have to ask for permission. They've been talking about this stuff for 20 years. And they bring it up now, just before Biden's running. That's interesting. I don't think it's Trump's people. So who's pushing this orchestration? It's hilarious, man. Press thumbs up before you leave. Okay, when I hit 10. Okay, Katie, you got to change your name so I can see you in the chat. Thank you, Kim, for letting me know Katie's back. Okay, I was talking about your earlier girlfriend. What there's weird stuff happening, and JB knows about this, and I know about this. And if you want to, like, everybody else can see you, but I can't. How do you explain that? Okay. And JB knows this. He's been doing this longer than me. There's something funny with YouTube. Every time we get banned or something, we change up, and then something weird happens. So, Katie, if you really want to talk to me, you got to change it to like KD1 or whatever, right? Or come up with it, whatever. Come up with a new name. A lot of people have had to do this, and I have no idea why it happened because I know your name. But I can't see you, but everybody else can see you. Press 1 if you can see Katie's comments. Press 1 if you can see Katie's comments, because I cannot. And I do not know how to control it to turn it back in. And JB hasn't figured it out either. Thank you. Thank you. So Katie, if you want to, like, if you want to talk to me, you got to, like, change your name. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. If Katie, I'll say it in this way as in jest. If Katie says something important, please everybody talk about it, because I might want to read it. If there's something you think is that I should say on my show, I have no idea. But your name has changed. Your JB is Neo now, and I'm still doing. I have only had 2 accounts, and every time I get banned and they push me around, everything gets all resetted, and it gets weird. Press thumbs up before you leave. Okay, everybody's answering. Good. I know I have a time delay depending on which satellite is bouncing to your area around the planet. Yeah, I can't read what you're writing, Katie, but that's my only suggestion is change your name, and then I can read you, or everybody else will just tell you. Because I have no issue with you. Okay, I never had a problem with. I don't remember having a problem with you. I don't think you had a problem with me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Okay, thank you, Joan. Joan's coming in with Katie is changing her name. Good, and I'll rent you, like, right away. Okay, just call Katie1 or something like that. I don't know. Whatever I'm not in charge of this YouTube stuff. I'm a songwriter. You're watching the Black Respect Show, the King of Lo-Fi. Joan, do I have 10 yet? And you're allowed to lie to me. How many do I have? Thumbs up. Mine says 9. This YouTube, all this number crunching and stuff, and I'm on a different side of the planet than most of my people. Yeah, yours says 9 too. Okay, so at least they're up to speed on that one. Look, I can break the rules anyway. If I finish this glass of red, I'll break the rules anyway. Hey, Katie Girl 1. Yeah, let me see your name. Oh, that's a suggestion. Okay, now I get the joke. When I see your name, I'll press add moderator. It's a good time to do it, actually, right now. I don't know how long it takes. Maybe I should sing Sinatra anyway, and then I'll look back in the chat. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Cheers from Vienna. You're watching Black. Hold on a second. Maybe I should do a segue here. I showcased this earlier. The show is not monetized. If you can find this stuff, you have to buy it online. These are wafers or waffles. Kiwi was correcting me and calling them wafers, and she might be right. And in the middle, it's strawberry and yogurt. And it's all bio. Press thumbs up before you leave. What I just ate was BO. Yeah, I got more than a handful. Look, you guys are super awesome, okay? Well, hey, for me, it's Friday morning, 0115. If you're talking about those wafers, they smell great. No, it's really good, actually. No, it's pure strawberry and pure yogurt with good wafers. Press thumbs up before you leave. My numbers are like, I'm trying to analyze what's going on with my numbers, and they're like crazy glue right now. I know tomorrow's going to say I had like 67 people watching or something crazy. Hello to my lurkers. Clink. Cheers from the 10th district of the. Look. The show is. Oh, I hit 10. I get this thing. Look. The show is sophisticated. Who else does a live show with a rolled up cigarette in their hand and a beautiful glass of French Cabernet Sauvignon in a Sean Connery suit with a Steven Tyler earring, and who's from Boston? Nobody. I'm an original. Clink. Cheers from the end. No, my mother. Look, she said, Blackie. That's what she calls me. She said, Blackie. You gotta make your show a little bit more classy. And I was like, classy? How do I do that? And she told me, she said, Blackie, it's not that hard. I said, I believe you. You're my mother. I was definitely born in Massachusetts. I just work in Vienna because I did it my way from Frank Sinatra.
See your car.
After the commercial.
Cross the line first. It's like no other film.
Here we go. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew, and through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall. and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. Watching the Black Respect Show, the king of lo-fi. YouTube lets me do karaoke. Great. Thank you for the compliments. Look, my doctor, Vinny Mumbat, she told me, he says, Blackie, you got to at least sing Sinatra once a day. He said, if you do it 2 times a day, you'll impress me. Yeah, I know. I never set it up, but you were writing it. Joan and I are on the same wavelength. Look. Doctor's orders, okay? Every time I met an internet doctor, I don't like him. The doctors on the dark web, speaking my language. Clink. Cheers in Vienna. Look, Vinny Mumbat can't beat that. Look, JB. Look. One thing is certain, you are definitely watching the King of Lo-Fi. You were definitely watching the King of Lo-Fi. Press thumbs up before you leave. No, but look. I've had doctors. Look, I lived in America not too long ago, okay, in US and A, right? I was on Obamacare. Those doctors were bogus. The best doctor I ever got was Vinny Mumbat. Yes, that's Rodney Dangerfield plagiarism. But he's dead, so I'm going to keep the joke alive. I met him on the dark web. The guy's great. He says, Blackie, follow JB's. Look, the path that JB started. He said, dude, man, this JB thing is doing pretty good, actually. It's making his life improving. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I don't care about my life improving because I was depressed. And then I thought, maybe I can reach out. Like, Can I tell you this joke? No, I like the Pope. The Pope smokes dope. And the Pope, look, I watched a little bit of this today. There's a new, whatever they call it, archdiocese. No, I'm not Catholic. I don't understand this stuff. I'm Protestant. No, I'm not anything. I'm agnostic. No, I'm not. I'm a Christian. Look, labels. This is half the reason why my mother says, drink out of a nice wine glass. Stop with the labeling. And my mother's right. A lot of my lurkers, press thumbs up before you leave. I can't believe I broke 10. No. There's this new guy in Washington, D.C., and I saw him speak today. He has a lot of smiles on his faces, and he seems like a nice guy. And I want to believe that. I'm not confused. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I know I have a time delay with the chat. Okay, that's why you guys are. I'm catching this. Look, this is why I wish I had a producer to analyze this stuff. The jokes come like 30 seconds later, and so that's why I'm not getting it all. Look, I accept it. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Look, I'm drinking good wine. And JB, I heard you talking about you had a reduction with whatever, right? Beverages and inhalations from Vicks Rub. That was my PG-13 version. And taking breaks is always good. For a start, I'm older than you. Number two, I like to take breaks. Or at least reductions. My dad taught me about reductions. You know, FOS is like, what are you talking about reductions? Okay, look. I understand the word level. Now I'm being really honest. If one knows where one level is, one gets to decide, okay, here's my level right now on my eyes, right? If I have a phase, maybe I'll go to the top of my head. I go back to my eyes, maybe I'll go down to my chin. Nobody's talking about stopping anything. It might give you a heart attack. I'm not even joking. I'm talking to myself right now. FLS is playing with words. He said, I had a few deductions every couple of weeks. So taking breaks is good. I like it. Look. I don't want to talk about every single subject matter. I just had like 100 jokes coming to my head, which I'm not going to say. And I wish I could make that up, but my brain works like too fast. Hold on a second. Let me backtrack. I wasn't reading the whole thing. I missed the long joke. If it was a long joke, no, but JB, you're good. Look. Oh, you're talking about that. Okay. Look. Here's the deal. Everybody says the word look. Okay? In German, they say shall. Everybody says that. The only one that says it way too much means that the word look with an exclamation point is actually borderline aggressive. If I say, look, that's me being a macho guy, right? But if I say, look, then I'm Groucho Marx. Then I turn into a comedian. Isn't that funny how it works? Look, I can balance the two off. No, that's not what you did. Did I get that right, JB? Look. Look. No. The funny part is that this is actually a real personality thing that I do. Look. Instead of saying I turn it into the word look. And But Joan, is Katie still here? Katie, I'm sorry that it hasn't worked out. But let me know. Look, let me know what's going on. Should I really do New York, New York? Press 1 if you want to hear me do New York, New York. Because I can handle that one. Don't press anything if you don't care. Press 1 if you can hear my voice. Press 1 if you want me to sing New York, New York. Because I get one glass of wine, and then I'm gonna say bye-bye and sign out the show. SOS is like, no, you're allowed to vote as much as you want. You can double vote and triple vote, and you can use your face. I said face. You can use a fake ID card. So I have 2 people listening. Okay, good. Hi, SOS, and hi, Joan. Everybody else is lurking. And look, you're allowed to multitask. Look, I figured this out a long time ago. 85% of my show is about the chat. Yeah. No, I thought I did read it, JB, but I didn't read it out loud. Hold on a second. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to sing Sinatra, and then I'm going to still ramble. Okay, now I get you. You bought me time. I don't know. I don't want to go. Look, my chat is like super huge right now. I can't go back and read everything. I want to pickle stuff. Learn how? That doesn't make sense to me. I want pickled eggs because yeah, I'm gross. Where am I supposed to go back to, buddy? I can't look. Boston joke. And JB, I thought I read this. I did. Look, space with after an exclamation point, space capital LOL, and then you write, I got your own brand, yo. It's called You. I thought I said that, or did I just read it in my mind and not say anything? See what I did there, Blackie? Yeah, I said that already. You're playing with my words. Okay, now I'm going back to, you have a paragraph here. You just went on an amazing rant prompted by a nebulous question from me with no positive answer. Laugh out loud. Okay, now I get your check. It was some of the best YouTube I've seen. And I saw it live. Home slices. Okay, that's a good joke. Look. JB, JB gets that one. I hope you watch me read that one. Look, there's one thing that JB and I have in common. We're both massholes. There's a certain common decency. But yeah, I know you're there. Okay. I'm gonna do the pivot. It is now 0134. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi, and I'm only allowed to play music that I wrote. Oh no.
It's funny how the world is moving all around you. Everyone is on the phone, almost makes you feel alone. So fast, makes you laugh. Everyone just gets this fast. Careful with the mess you make. Hey, I don't want to be listening. There's not much more to say. I'm not a computer and my friend. This is how somebody else. I'm not a computer. trash and dirt, can't stand still, I wonder why. All those lies sleep my mind. It's so fast, makes me laugh. Everyone just forgets his past. Just remember yesterday. Hey, I don't wanna be the same. There's not much more to say. I wanna come here, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not you, my friend. I'm not you, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not you, my friend. Computer, my friend, this is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend. I'm not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer.
Computer by Mr. Ben Arslan. Hakuna Matata by Mr. Blackie Fitzpatrick.
Pablo Picasso, how do you do? Oh, my friends, take your praise. You're impeccable, you're the genius. I don't die. There's a man sitting across the way, staring at me. What do you see? What are you looking at? Just tell me here. I want to know. Hakuna Matata. Take it easy. You're my friend, so relax. Take it easy. Hakuna Matata. I saw Madonna on the seesaw, playing with 3 children, and it looked televised. Why do I think I see reality? All of those times that I thought to myself, you are not yourself, you're just an image. Wasn't it true? Hakuna Matata. Take it easy. You're my friend, so relax. Take it easy. Hakuna Matata. You are among friends. Hakuna Matata. So relax, take it easy, Hakuna Matata. Yeah. Take it easy. You're more than so take it easy. Hakuna Matata. You are among friends. Hakuna Matata. So relax. Take it easy. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. I wrote that song when I was 22 years old in London, living in a squat. That's a story. I heard something funny today on the when I was watching the propaganda. I use the word propaganda now. I was watching the propaganda. I was like, okay, I'm listening, paying attention. And I heard, okay, I'm not sure if I want to go down to what I heard today. What's important? I can say press thumbs up before you leave. I can say hello, lurkers. I can say I'm the king of lo-fi. I can say my show is about acceptance. I can say I'm not religious. I'm a Christian. That's called a list. Oh, hey, Blackie's pretty good at making lists. PG-13. Correct, JB. I'm on it right now. If that was a premonition or you're talking about yourself, I could care less. But I tell you, Isabella, the walrus, she's delving into this whole CBD thing. Everybody's talking about CBD. There's no THC. It's just CBD. And everybody's talking about it right now. And I'm like going, okay. So Isabella's doing some research in it, and I'm one of the guinea pigs. And CBD is pretty cool. But today, JB, yeah, you can delete it. I don't care. Today, I'm on THC. No, Isabella's trying to start a regime. And hey, I saw a news report today, and they were talking about CBD and all the health benefits. Nobody has to get stoned, but they have the great benefits from CBD. The report that I heard was from CBS News, and they're pretty good at reporting sometimes. And but it was a doctor. Some doctor was on, and she said there's 100 components of a marijuana plant. We've only been able to label 2 of them. One is THC, which I like. I'm on that right now. One is CBD. I'm on that one too. So I get THC and CBD inside of my blood system with a nice bottle of French wine. So I'm really not going to complain about anything. And when I run out of wine, I'll probably take some Baldrian and pass out and have a great night's sleep. But they were talking about that it's like beneficial for people who have panic attacks, sometimes the walrus has panic attacks. And she says that she's noticed over the last 3 or 4 days that she's more relaxed. And we're smoking the stuff. She also has a spray you can put underneath your tongue. And it's like CBD products, like in cream, which is what my dad does. And my dad has Alzheimer's. So it's like people are finally waking up and they're going, you know what? Let's give it to everybody. And not ban it like it's some whatever, right? Fentanyl, that's bad. Pills, that's bad. Heroin, that's bad. Okay? There are certain things that are actually, let's say, good for like leukemia. It's good for people with Tourette's. It's good for this doctor lady made a list of like 20 things that it sounds like it's a cure-all. When people are catching up, the only problem is, and I was talking about this with the walrus earlier, is that there's one company going to be Pfizer, and Pfizer works together with CVS. Pfizer doesn't like this, and there's this new store that opened up around the corner here, and Isabella found it, and she came home with all this stuff. There was CBD weed, and we smoked it, and we were like, no, we're not stoned, but we were nice to each other. Joan, no arguments. Everything was mellow. Everything was mellow. Hi again, Katie. I'm sorry, but you please everybody write down when Katie talks. I want to say hi to her. I'm not trying to. I don't know why weird stuff happens. Okay, watching the Black Perspective show. I've always been going on for 2 hours. It is now 0148. I'm waiting for the walrus to tell me to kill my show, but if she doesn't, I have a pretty good, decent glass of wine. When I finish this, then it's off to bed. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Yeah, I know. But I never started to really study it. I'm talking to Joan right now. I never really started to study it until Isabella came back from the shop. She says, trust me, she bought a lot of money. And we're experimenting with all these CBD products. They have Afghani hash. They've got like everything you can think of. And this is legal. Okay. I'll show you the price tag on the back. I think this is made in Oregon. If anybody can hear my voice, I put on my show. I know you're multitasking. Take a look at this picture. This is what Isabella bought the other day. All right? This is a really fancy thing. It's 3 seeds. How much does it cost? What's the price tag? To get the right angle. Okay, I can't see it. $30. 3 seeds, and they give you a description when you open it up. It tells you, what you have to do to make it work. But it says, here's the part that I like the most. They do have disclaimers. It says, do not germinate. Germinate. It's a funny word. Do not germinate if germination okay, I will say from the beginning. Do not germinate if germination is prohibited locally. This is a company from Oregon. They don't give it. It's now in Europe. You can see the 3 seeds here, right here, right? Those are the 3 seeds. Okay. See how it moved around? It's this fancy label. Look, this costs $30. Okay. And we're gonna plant 3 plants this year, and it's called Northern Lights. And if anybody knows anything about marijuana, Northern Light is like one of the strongest weeds, next to ganja, pure black ganja from Jamaica. It's up there with the Jamaican stuff, right? No. And I think it's from Oregon. I'm taking an educated guess, but it's totally written in American. And they're selling this stuff here now. There's a brand new store. It's a small store. It just opened up like last week, and you can buy the stuff here. But the CBD stuff, that's pretty cool, actually. I like it. Tonight I'm on the real stuff, and we're going to grow the real stuff. Except it's against the law, but nobody cares. It's only three plants, right? It'd be fun to watch it grow. I grew 1 plant last year, and it was a brilliant success. I don't know if I showed it on my show. It doesn't really matter. I don't have to remember everything. And but we have over here is the sunny side. We're on the sunny side, and so we have a lot of sun. And as long as you give the marijuana plant water, so we're going to have 3 Northern Light plants, which grow up to be like, I don't know, this big, to my chest to my head, right? And I'm a tall guy. So, and we're going to have about, I don't know, 30, 40 grams, which is the legal limit as far as I can figure out. And it's probably 30 grams. And you can do that once a year. Hey, that's not bad. And in between, we can take CBD. The times are changing. The times are changing, I tell you. It's a I'm reading the last one. FLS is a show and to tell, Alec. No, I will. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you guys. No, I'll be live. And I just showed you the seeds. Okay, look, this is how it starts, right? And last year this didn't happen, so this is a totally new thing. It's like, whoa. But they tell you, you can't, as soon as it turns into like a flower, a bud, you have to chop it off and put it through the food process or flush it down the toilet. But you're allowed to enjoy how it looks before it buds. After it buds, it becomes legal. But I think with 3, people have figured out that, it's okay. For Isabella and I, that'd be enough to get us through Christmas. And to JB's point earlier, Isabel and I are on this level right now where maybe we enjoy one medicinal cigarette together, whether it's OBC or THC, it doesn't really matter. And we share one together. And I never asked her for a second one, I'll be honest. She doesn't ask me for a second one, so we enjoy one. We don't do it every day, but when we wake up the next day, for some reason, we're both relaxed. Flip a coin. The times they are a changing. That's from Indiana Jones. Correct. Look. The fun thing about getting older is actually, I'm talking about myself right now, is about understanding a generation that I am in. And when new generations come around, actually I can tell you I'm going to play some music, which I don't think is published. I think I can get away with this one. And I'll turn it into a story. Anybody who's watching me, you're watching the King of Lo-Fi. Ben Arsman is one of my, look. Yeah, I'm going to break the rules. But I think I'm going to get away with this one. Unless I don't. Look. And I'm curious about, especially Joan, but everybody actually, all you guys, everybody who is here, I know who you are. Here's some new music, which nobody's ever heard before. Joan, this is breaking news. Ben got approached on the, I hope you can hear me, Joan. Ben got approached today on the streets of Vienna by a music producer, which is, I'm his head producer, but he can work with whoever he wants. Then I'll be a co-producer and a co-writer. I don't really care what titles I have. I'll be honest with you. I really don't care. And I just want something to sell. And I want to have my name somewhere. And Ben got approached today by a 20-year-old country bumpkin from outside of Vienna. And he heard Ben singing at the subway station. And he was like, dude, man, you're good. I want to bring you into my studio. Ben says, I'm broke because I want to go to America, so I can't afford to pay for a new studio. And he says, I'll do it for free because you're so good. And then Ben says, he told me the story, and I thought, look, this is like actually breaking news. I just found out about this hours ago. And Ben says, hey, Blackie, check out his music. What do you think about it? So I've already made my decision. You guys can make your own decision, but this is a new studio producer, and the guy says he knows a guy who can make a video. So Ben just got like hit with all this, I don't know, is it good luck? Or is it bad luck? But this guy wants Ben's voice to be sounding like this.
I got a suitcase full of memories of being with you. Summer love and it's never been so cool. And now I'm like the ocean is deep blue. Palm trees under the light of the moon. I got a suitcase full of memories of being with you. Summer love and it's never been so cool. And now I'm like the ocean is deep blue. Yeah, get away where you wanna go. Yeah, somewhere where you wanna know. Wait for us to set the sun. Where we love, where we grow, where we run, where we're young. Some mistakes, but that take a picture, baby. All I've got is memories of you. Yeah, ain't seen you for a while. I'm hung up, I miss you crazy. All I want is to get back to you. Palm trees under the light of the moon. I got a suitcase full of memories with you. Summer love and it's never been so cool. And now I'm like the ocean is deep blue. I got a suitcase full of memories with you. Now I'm like the ocean is blue. It's never been so cool. Summer love and it's never been so cool. And now I'm like the ocean is deep blue.
That's a new song from Ben's possibly new producer. I said yes to him. This is breaking news from today, and I said, yep, I'll co-produce and co-write and whatever. And I'll be honest with you. At least in Austria, we got to try that one. That's the music that sounds like whenever I walk around Vienna, if I go to a grocery store or listen to the radio, that's what it sounds like with the fake voice and only keyboards, no guitar, no drums. Everything is all programmed. And I thought, hey, before you leave, at least try that angle. And I said, I'll be part of it. Yeah, I said yes. I told him, I said, yeah, I'll do it. And I made the joke. This is for Joan. He wrote a song called "I'm Not a Computer," and in the end, it might work out for him that when he plays computer music, and so we're trying to figure out how to write a song about I'm not a computer, my friend, but I will give in for a little bit, but I'm still not a computer. No, they're gonna auto-tune it like crazy glue, like that guy's voice. That's not him. No, that wasn't Ben's voice. It's a project that just started today, and Ben talked to me and he was like, "Alec, we're gonna go outside of Vienna." And the studio said, "Yeah, we'll take you," because they liked him singing on the street outside of the subway station. Okay, and and I'm like, okay. I said, I'll go with you at least one time and see what happens. So we're going to go into this guy's studio outside of Vienna, and but it sounds kind of it's 4 on the floor is what we call it in music business. It's the 4 on the floor thing. It's all synthesized. It's all keyboard. Yeah. But I did that stuff with Philip as well, except with Philip I did with dark music, and so I have to figure out what this guy wants to have. He's 20 years old. Okay. And I was talking with Isabella's son the other day. And young kids, the stuff that I'm doing with Ben right now is like classic rock. We're supposed to sound like pure plastic. SOS is like bedtime. Hey, trust me, I'm right behind you. Don't take that the wrong way. To all my lurkers, press thumbs up before you leave. This is a song that I'll put the link on if you want to really check out the video. This is a song that actually I got a couple of funny jokes in. It's just a live video from 12 years ago. It got published, but the picture has me and my name on the beginning, so it has to. I'm allowed to play this. No, and it's 1,800 views. It's not so bad. This is stuff that I did when I was young, when I was 97 years old, maybe 98. No, excuse me. in 97, 98, we made this video. No, I think it was 97. So I was like 27 years old, maybe 28. But I have funny hair. And yes, I'm wearing sunglasses. You're watching the Black Dispatch Show, the King of Lo-Fi. I'm playing stuff that I did. Here's a video. I'm going to put the link on. Actually, I'll put the link on right now. I think that's probably smarter. For anybody who's watching or wants to check it out. I think I played this before once, maybe, like last year. I don't remember. But it's a funny video. Check it out. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi, Blackie Fitzpatrick.
Move to the right side.
Yeah, I drive the car and sometimes I play the turntable.
One, check, check, one. I buy the gas for the guitar. One, check, one. I buy the gas for the car, and sometimes I'm playing guitar. One.
And God damn it, I'm paying for that fucking gas too. And I'm also sometimes playing that funky bass.
Also, er hat das wirklich schön.
He says he's the drummer.
Und mein Papa hilft mir immer beim Schlagzeug.
And that he's also playing the drum set.
Ja, einfach super.
He also says that he doesn't pay for that fucking gas. So where is that fucking money, man?
Give me that money! Give me that money for the car! Shit!
You want me to stop right now? Talk to me. now. Tell me. Never ask me hold on forever. Just tell me, baby, what I you want me to talk to me, talk to me. Are you ready? Always want to be alone, baby. Just tell me, baby, what I feel.
So all together, we're
Yeah.
so all together.
You
Okay.
say yeah.
Okay.
If they all
I say so all together, we're and we all say together.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
So all together, we're
Well, I sounded a lot younger when I was 27. The Black and Respect shows about acceptance. I blame it on the tape speed. I sound like I'm a teenager in that video. Look. The fountain of youth. How can one acquire the fountain of youth? Is that even real? Nobody can prove it. Well, experience can say, hey. Somebody else can say, but the fountain of youth is, I'll tell you, it's a pretty cool place to hang out at. Look, I'm not talking like look, don't try to throw this back into YouTube. Look, even the walrus, she's Blakey, you act like you're a teenager. And I think to myself, good. My mother says she still feels like she's 18. I still feel like I'm 15. But there's no contest. It's just when one gets older, we look at social norms. We look at the system. And we think, hold on a second. Where do I fit in? This is, by the way, a fake scratch. That means I'm trying to think, right? Where do I fit in the social of norms? Tch. Joan says she's 12. Good. You beat me. No. They say girls are smarter than boys anyway, so that's okay. I'll take 15. You get 12. Have I gotten smarter as I got older? Yes. But has my reality of life changed? No. I'm still in my reality consciousness of what I figured out when I was 15 years old. Okay? I believe you got it at 12. I keep on going back to the point of labels. Give me a break. The show is PG-13. I could say it in different words. And when I was 5, I knew I wanted to be a drummer. When I was 4, I wanted to be a clown. But I never thought about the ability to break free from my mother and father until I was 15. And then maybe that's what the question should be. The first time I realized it, I figured it out. I don't need high school anymore. I don't need my parents anymore. I can go independent. That was when I was 15. When I knew what I wanted to do, I was 5. But the difference between being a clown and a drummer, it's not that hard to realize that the similarities, there's a lot of similarities. Press thumbs up before you leave. For all the new people, I love you. And thank everybody for, look, I'm closing the show up. Thank you guys for watching the show, especially my head mod, Indiana Jones. Thank you so much. We didn't see any new people come in. Katie, once again, please try to, come up with a new name if you want me to talk to you. If not, you're always welcome on my show, but for some weird reason, I cannot see your name in the chat. And I've seen this happen before, not just with you, but with other people as well. So I don't know. And JB has the same problem. So I don't know. Look, press thumbs up before you leave. Or press thumbs down. I don't care. It's a fake scratch. That means maybe I do care. That means I should shave for tomorrow's. Look, I got a rehearsal with Vinehart. Maybe I should shave. Okay, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to leave you with some Vinehart music. Finish my cigarette, and I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? Look. Like this show is about acceptance. And I'll put the video in because it's actually really funny. So you can watch it in hi-fi if you want. There's a new one coming out too. So if you like to want the Vinehart channel, please press subscribe and whatever. Right? Do whatever you got to do. Here, I'm going to put the link on now. You're watching the
Number 2791972. Please get ready for the raffle. An uns gehen nur auf Verdacht und Vorbehalt. Ob sie etwas bekommen, liegt nicht in unserer Gewalt. Bediene die Maschine. Bitte ziehen Sie eine Nummer und füllen Sie dieses Formular. Wenn alles rechtens ist, sind vielleicht morgen schon unser neuer Star. Doch all unsere Informationen sind selbstverständlich ohne Gewinn. Und wir sagen, seien Sie immer schön, danke und bitte sehr. Weiters vergessen Sie nicht, Ihren Selbstbehalt zu begleichen, sonst müssen wir leider sämtliche Leistungen streichen. Sie kennen Ihren Status selbst genug. Auf Vorbehalt und Verdacht.
Vinehara, Philip Mueller, lead vocals, with a song called Beginning de Machina. I put the link in there, so if anybody wants to actually watch the real video. Oh, it's still going. Forgot.
Hold on. Did I say stop? Stop right there.
Thank you, number 2791972. If your number comes up, we'll give you a call.
Vinehara with a song called Bedina de Machina. Yeah, that's my link up above. Eye surgery. Yeah, Joan, you're starting to creep me out as well. I don't even want to think about that stuff. Look, paper cut to the eye, disgusting. I'm going to have nightmares about it tonight already. I know, but God bless you, girlfriend. I said a prayer for you, so you're going to be fine, okay? You're gonna be fine. Everything's going to be copacetic. You're watching the Black Fitzpatrick Show, the King of Lo-Fi. I'm thinking about killing the show. If anybody really wants me to sing New York, New York, press 1. Otherwise, I'm going to say end stream and say bye-bye to you because I get one sip left. If I don't see one, I'm walking. It is now 0224. And I think it's time for me to close the door on my show. No. Disgusting. If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It's your judgment call. It's your life. I made a decision. It's me knocking on wood. I made a decision years ago. I'm never going to a doctor ever again in my life. They can drag me there, but I'm not going to go. I know I sound like, what is it? Scientologist, or is it I think it's Scientologist. I'm not, this is where I agree with them a little bit. I ain't going anymore. I ain't going. Drag me there. If I'm dying and you want to keep me alive, then do it. If not, let me die. You want to make me deaf? You want to make me blind? You want to make me a cripple? Bring it on. I'm not going to go there anymore. I don't trust. Look. I'm not just talking. Look. My dad went in for a simple shoulder replacement surgery, and after that, he never came back. You know how much trust I have in doctors? What is 0 times 100? There's something funny going on. I'm too old to be dumb enough to not even clock this. I figured it out. There's something funny going on. Look, I'm agreeing with the Scientologists here, which, by the way, I think are a bunch of religious morons. Even L. Ron Hubbard said, stop using my book like it's a Bible. But the whole concept of, hey, maybe the doctors are not telling us the truth. Ruth? Tch. So for me, I know a lot of people who are watching my show. They're like, "Hey, I like my doctor." That's fine. I'm just telling you. My dad said he couldn't lift his arm up further than this, right? But my dad was old, and he wanted to lift it up like he was young. So they gave him shoulder replacement and a lot of heroin and a lot of oxycodons afterwards. He never returned. Okay, he was over 65. He was retired. Maybe he should have stopped doing the gardening. We chopped a lot of wood when I was younger. I grew up on wood stoves. Okay, we had 3 of them, and we took all the wood from the forest behind us. I grew up on a mountain, right? I said this story before. I remember complaining, how come Jill doesn't have to do it? And my dad told me it's because she's a girl, my older sister. How come it's me and my younger brother? How come it's just us with you, Dad? I'm not making any judgments, but I will say one thing. That was normal in the 70s and 80s. And then the new thing came out. Oh, hey, you've been chopping wood your whole life, right? With that, right? Chopping down trees and stuff. It was his right shoulder that went out. My dad's right-handed. It went out. He couldn't lift it up to here. Looking back, if some doctor tells me, "Oh, I can fix you and make your arm go up all the way, but the drugs are going to screw you up so much." They didn't say that part. Sorry, this is my opinion piece. I can't prove any of this. I was talking to my mother the other day about it. She said he was normal before he went for the shoulder replacement, which the doctor pushed him onto. He said, "We'll make you perfect. And then we're going to drug you up like crazy glue." I knew it was a bad thing. Press thumbs up before you leave. I knew it was a bad thing. I thought to myself, my dad's decision, and I can't control my father. he believed in the process, but I talked to my mother, and she was like, she said, Blackie, Blackie, if they ever tell that to you, don't go. They drug you up, give you a brand new shoulder, put all this metal inside of you, like Terminator, until you get you hooked on Oxycontins. Everybody's happy. I think it's more. Look, it gives more strength. Look, it gives more strength to just be able to look. It gives more strength to be able to just like I'm old, so I can only lift my arm up to this level without pain. Oh, I can't do this anymore. Guess what? You're old, and you've been chopping wood your whole life. They never said that to him. They said, "Oh, we can fix it," and then he never came back. And my dad was smart. He was like, he says, he said, he said, Blackie, Blackie. You know, he calls me Alec. And he said, Blackie, Blackie. He says, I'm hooked up on drugs, aren't I? And I said, yep. He says, take them away from me. I don't need them. I'm a tough guy. I don't need this stuff. But he was so doped up. I'm going to get emotional now. And I knew it was bad. I could feel it. My intuition told me something funny going on here. I was a full-time waiter. But as far as I could pay attention, I was like, something smells like a fish here right now. What's the old joke? You go to the doctor and you say, Doctor, I can't lift my arm up higher than this. And he was like, accept it. Talk about make America great again. And nowadays they tell you, oh, we can make your arm grow up, but you're going to get Alzheimer's. Because we're going to drug you up like super glue. And put metal inside of you. Really? I'm so resistant. If something like that ever happens to me, I accept it. I'm not going to go for the pills or for the surgeries, and I'll adapt. But if I get doped up, how can one adapt if they're on drugs like super glue? One cannot adapt. They're drugged out of their blinking minds, right? So there's no way to adapt. So he was like, that only leads to confusion. And if Alzheimer's is in my family, well, it looks like it is. If somebody says, Blackie, you can't lift your arm up, but I'll give you a surgery for $5,000, I'm going to say, go screw yourself. I'll live with it. And I'll live longer, and I'll keep my brain on. Because I made a conscious decision. The people who are peddling drugs and surgeries that don't need to be done, it just means somebody's getting old, can erase one's memory and cause Alzheimer's. That's my conclusion. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit. Look. What do I know, right? I'm not a doctor. No, that's right. I am a doctor. I'm a doctor of music. I know how to analyze stuff and figure it out. Does that mean I can change my doctorship of music into different subject matters? I don't know. I don't have a piece of paper to prove it, do I? So I'm a doctor of music. That's pretty cool, huh? But I'm not allowed to judge because I've focused my whole life on music. So I'm not allowed to judge about medicine. I'm sorry, making a judgment right now. I'm not a judge. For a start. This is called an opinion. In my experience, for my life and my future, that's me knocking on wood. Guess what? Anybody who's paying attention to what I'm saying, I do not have to repeat myself. Repetition, broken record, only works on people who are weak. Period. Full stop. Watching the Black Special Show, the king of lo-fi. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York, these vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find out a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, hey, number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. Look. You're welcome, Joan. Look. Look. Here's the deal. I'm slowly signing my show up. It's Baldrian time for me. I had THC earlier. I just finished a bottle of wine. It is now 0241. Laura's telling me, she says, Blackie, we're not going to set the alarm for tonight. And I was like, good. Everything for tomorrow morning. Look, semantics. Because I'm not going to set any alarm tonight. And I said, good. Katie, come up with a new name, number one. But doesn't matter as long as everybody's telling me that you're here. Hi, Katie. Hi, Joan. Beck. Hi, Kim. Hi to my lurkers. You guys are all great. The Black Perspective is about acceptance, okay? If I really start to complain, that means I'm mentally deranged. But I'm going to say bye-bye for now. How long did I do this show for? 2 hours and 52 minutes? Okay, look. Say bye-bye for now, because Blackie is saying ciao for now. You guys have been super great. I know tomorrow's going to say a bunch of people watch. Press thumbs up before you leave. Here's your last chance. Hi, lurkers. You guys are great. It's usually my closest friends and family. Time for Blackie to get the sack. And it's one of the okay, sometimes I fall asleep on my show. I've been known to do that. But right now I'm like copacetic and I'm like, you know what? It's time to say bye-bye. I will be on tomorrow night, Friday night and Saturday night, 100% sure. Looks like maybe part of Sunday night. Isabel's going to be going to her parents' place. Her mother's going to be away, so Isabel's going to take care of her dad. And so I'm going to be doing maybe longer shows. Okay, tonight's show is pretty long. And they're really turning me into Rush Limbaugh. It's amazing. They're like, stop playing music from YouTube, which I'm streaming on. Just talk. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'll just talk. You guys have been great. Sweet dreams to everybody from around the planet. And we'll find you tomorrow night on the Black Perspective Show. Ciao for now. I love all of everybody. Ciao for now.